there, tarot friends. Welcome back to Sunday. I am looking. Oh, there's Simon. Hello. Um, yeah, I'm excited too. And I was thinking about, of course, going on with top tarot trumps since I was on last weekend and was able to get on this weekend again. But I thought, no, I got to switch it up and do this. I hardly ever get to do a VR when it's new. Which doesn't really get to me, but it's just kind of fun to be able to do it this time. Usually it's like, a year and a half later, and I was like, I am bringing back this VR. So, it's good. It's good stuff. So, yeah, I will say hi and see all who's here. A bunch of you popping in. Our Simon, of course. So, for those of you who don't know, Simon started this yesterday, not as a tag at the time, but by the end of Cup of Ketchup and Cards, he had decided to make it a tag because, everyone was saying how great this would be in that format. So, here we are. And we have Ramon here. Hello. Thank you for hanging out with us today. Alex is here. I tried to order that Unfoldment of Consciousness Oracle deck that Alex loves. And the order went through and everything. And I was like, wow, I didn't know this was still in print. And then today I got a refund for it. So very upsetting. I was like, oh, it's still available. No, I'm just kidding. Ordered it a couple days ago. And then this morning I got that email. So sucks. What can you do? All cards. And we have Sandra here. I know Sandra's planning on doing this as well. Chris is here. What's happening, hags and slags? Oh, that's about right. I'm both of those things right now because I went full makeup, but also I'm like wearing Hogwarts pajamas. So there you have it. Pamela Batchelor is here. Yeah, see, Simon says not sure which category I fit into, and I'm claiming both. It's the way to be. Donna's here. Hello. Jane also is here. Thank you for hanging out with us on this lovely Sunday. I'm sorry, that deck's amazing. Yeah, I was so excited. I was like, I did not know this was like still available. The website was like live and everything, little cart worked and all of that. Man, and I hadn't looked at it in a long time, kind of because I think it wasn't like I knew it wasn't available. And so I stopped looking at it. It's so cool. And no, it's not there. That's right. It gives me something to search for. So, all the lovely hellos. So yeah, it's spring forward here. So last night in the middle of the night, we went to an hour forward. So 2:00 right now, 6 in the UK instead of our usual 5 hours apart. So just so everyone knows. Oh, Jane says, I finally found a hagstone. That is amazing. Okay, so let's have a sip because also it's the first sip of my afternoon coffee. I ran out of half calf, or no, I'm sorry. I ran out of full calf yesterday. I drink half calf as like the base, and then I like spike it with like a half a scoop of full calf, okay? That's my normal. But I ran out yesterday, and I only order it when my friend who does like Relay for Life, like cancer fundraising. I usually only order when she's getting it, but I got 3 bags last time. So it's been like a few months I've been using that. And so at noon or like even 11 here our time, I was like, why do I feel so tired? Well, it's because I'm been like boosting up the full calf and now I just have this. So anyway, let's have another sip because I'm on the verge of a headache. Caffeine withdrawal. Yeah. Ramon says, worst day of the year because I feel trash the whole week. That hour makes a difference. It is so hard. I wish we didn't change. And the spring one is harder for me too. I know a lot of people with kids complain about the fall one, but my kids always sleep better that week. I don't know. Anyway. Okay. Using this time to be lazy because once Deanne's done, I got to clean the house and make this big ass batch of chili. I made chili a few weeks ago and it was amazing. 2 weeks. Anyway, something like that. So yeah, let's get started. As a disclaimer, my most overlooked decks, relatively most of my decks are overlooked at this phase of my life because I just don't have the time to like sink in, right? Back in the fall, remember when we thought I was going to have 2 days a week with someone else taking care of Vela? I thought, okay, well, I have work flex time, so I would use probably one of those days just for myself to do whatever I wanted. But no, so we're still kind of in that phase. And even though she's 2 now, she's getting more independent, doing more and more like independent play and everything like that. It's still not like I can just like take off and dive in, deep to stuff. And so I found that the decks I chose, I think I pulled 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6.5 because I brought the mini of one to show you how cute they are together. So the disclaimer is that the entire like shelf on the side that's not like in my inventory, it's not in my collection videos yet. I did not even consider those. Now, a lot of those are Oracle, but even so, I just left all of that alone. I only chose out of the shelves that are typically behind me in the tarot room because I thought that's enough of a task, though this came pretty easy because, again, most of the things, I use one a month. I sometimes have a weekly deck, and then I usually have 2 or 3 client decks out, like on my table or whatever. Maybe a couple in my little travel bag if I'm, actually going somewhere. A couple more people have come in, so let me say hi before I forget. Debbie's here. Debbie, how do you not have a wrench? Are you kidding me? All these people in here. I am modded up. Oh, and Ramon doesn't have one either because I only gave mods out like twice, I think. Anyway, we'll fix that. Not that you have to have one, but it just looks weird because everyone else is blue. Jamie is here. Sip, sip again. Wait, Chris and Simon both have bolognese going on. Such a messy bitch when I eat spaghetti, though, is the only problem. It's hard. Spaghetti, it's hard not to be. I actually made bolognese on Thursday before Max's karate so that he would be all set. Yeah, I made dinner at like 2 o'clock and, just gave a little bit to Vela, and I had that for my late lunch, and then I packed it up so Max could eat when he got home, and it was delicious. Okay. Oh, look at this. Peppers, onions, enough jalapenos to make it burn real good. 5 different beans, 3 pounds of beef. Amazing. Okay. Pasta shapes instead of the long spaghetti. I make my bolognese with angel hair pasta because I love the thin noodle. I love like the mouthfeel of angel hair. It's so amazing. Okay. So back to the deck talk. I pulled 6, and some of the reasoning is, of course, just I have a fair amount of decks, and so it's hard to get to all of them. And I did kind of see a pattern of maybe why these get overlooked right now, and I do think most of it kind of boils down to time, and that if there's a deck that I know is just like a quick reader for me, it's going to be that because I don't have that like steeping time right now. But anyway, let's just get started. The first one I have is Tarot Serene, and Tarot Stream Mini. But I wanted to bring the big one because it's so beautiful. So this deck is just gorgeous. It's rose petal but not like impossibly sticky. It's pretty sticky, but not impossible, but it's on the heavier side as I drop half of it. So it's just so gorgeous. The backs look like this. And it's very, it's like watery, floral. I don't really know how to describe it. It would look really nice with a Tildwick, which just came to mind. Because see how this is a Pentacles card, and it's got like, it's a 4. It's got the little like picture of the person in the middle. Doesn't that have like Tildwick vibes? And this would be like the color aspect to like all the golds and browns in that. See, I need time. Swords. And they don't get labeled as the quartz. The numbers keep going up. Look how beautiful that teal is around the edge of this card. Oh. Okay, so like this is the Ace of Cups, okay? Now I can just read it. I can say it's Ace of Cups, and I can just, go off of that. But I want to really dive into this. And so that's why it gets overlooked, because I don't have that kind of time. And so I'm like, maybe later. And then I go to something else because this is so gorgeous. I just want to sit with it. So it's not really traditional, obviously, but it's gorgeous and I want to stare at it, Oh, Jane, no problem. I understand these issues. I actually worked for a few hours this morning, but it was a good thing. The software I used to upload things onto the work website was trash all last week. And so today I thought, well, it won't be busy and they won't have a bunch in the queue and I'll be able to get my stuff online. And I did. So it was a nice, cozy, gray Sunday morning, sipping my coffee and catching up on work. So yeah, anyway, yeah, Sandra has this. Someone else sent it after I tried to send it to you, right? Is this what happened? I think that's this one. Oh, yeah. Tildwick just came to me during this little exercise here. Here's the Hierophant. Right, so it's got these kind of vibes. It's like, I love this as a Hierophant card. Let's just take that in for a moment. It's sort of like Mary Santa Muerte. Like, that's what this makes me think of with the red above her. Could be some like Mary Magdalene. Like, I just love how mixy it feels. Okay, Gerald sent it. I couldn't remember who it was. Oh, bless him, because I tried. So like this is the 10 of Wands, and there's a person reaching up in between these keys. You see the person down there? It might be a merman. I don't know. I feel like I see a tail. So do you see just how, just different. It's different. Ace of Wands. It's amazing, right? Jonathan's here. Hello. So yeah, that's my first choice of, this is interesting. We'll end on, no, I'll show you 2 more. Here's 7 of Cups. Is this interesting? This kind of reminds me of Nicoletta Ciccoli with like the child, right? Making a shadow puppet, like the kid vibes. So cool. And then the Tower. That's Ryan, like walking around upstairs. Does it sound super creaky? Our floors are crazy. Anyway, here's the tower. We'll end on this. Yes. Oh, Sandra says hers wasn't cut quite correctly. Oh, it's just always something, isn't it? Okay. So yeah, this deck is just very interesting, very different, and sadly gets overlooked. And this is the one I brought the mini as well because it's real cute. And the mini one is not rose petal. Right. The mini one is quite thin. I don't think it's got like a core or anything. You know what I mean? Like a, you know. So like 11 of Swords is going to be the page, and it's this little like toddler standing in the back with like a little burst around its head. So like an idea or like enlightenment or something. And then the rest of it's just really kind of atmospheric or, you know, just so cute. Ace Pence is this owl. Beautiful. Oh, the two, this is mostly in order, it looks like, which makes sense. I think the last time I used it, I put down houses for Lenormand, but I like made tarot houses. I love this. Cute, cute, cute. Okay, this part wasn't in order, but whatever. I'm going to shuffle it up because part of it's in order and part of it's not, and it's making me crazy. Okay. Then we'll go on. Yeah, deck's really interesting. It's like some people, some mermaids, some animals. But somehow it works because it's just all beautiful. Let's pack these up. I got these on Etsy, by the way. I don't know the status of their print status right now. I do know I got these on sale. I waited. I had them on my little watch list. It was a couple of years ago. Anyway, walk, 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 walk. I think Ryan's on a cleaning spree right now. He got a new motorcycle yesterday, and he was out in the garage just before I came down here fixing something. Not fixing. He always gets a couple like parts, like modified parts. He can't just have it. He's not a basic bitch. Okay, he's not. Let's have another sip before the next deck. Okay, this one is the Crystal Tarot by Philip Hermut. And this gets overlooked because this is the deck that I used 90% of the time when I was reading in the shop. And so like I'm a little over it because I cannot even tell you how many readings I did. A lot. I think I kind of figured it out before in one of my early videos because I was like, well, it was this many years every Friday. But like right now, I don't really remember when the memory comes up on Facebook. And I was like, oh yeah, I started at this time. Oh, it smells like the shop. Oh. Yeah, dirty edges. Look how gross it is. You probably can't tell. Maybe you can. I mean gross in like the kindest way because it's just my hands and like essential oils. But anyway, I love you, friend. I do. I pass it over because I'm like, oh, I've done 1,000 readings with it. But whatever. So it's a pip deck, but there are people on the courts, of course. Well, not of course. There are people on the courts, and the majors are majory. And so we have Sapphire here. So a picture. If you don't sniff your decks and books, you're weird. Okay, exactly. This one's money because, oh, yeah. So anyway, this is, there are pictures of the stones on each card, and only one stone repeats. So there's orange calcite for a 5 and a 10 of something. Don't quite remember that. Aquamarine for the night pence. Green tourmaline for the Queen of Swords. So you see the pieces down behind her little throne. Oh, Donna got this as a set at Barnes & Noble. It came with a few small crystals. Mine did not, but this is one of the 3. So if you go way back to #myfirstdeck, I did 3 decks because the yellow box Rider-Waite was my first one back in junior high. But then when I got back into tarot, I bought the yellow box, not because it was my favorite thing ever, but because I knew it. And then I also bought Ciro Marchetti's Gilded that came in like the Easy Tarot set with the big book. And this, I bought the 3 of them together at Barnes & Noble a couple months after I moved into my house, my own house, and had my room all witchy woo, and it was great. So anyway, this was also one of those. This is like a little bit in order. It's really weird how I have it like sectioned out. Okay, so anyway, I'll show you some majors because they're in order here. Don't even know what that is. I used to know all these by heart. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, just tourmaline, black tourmaline for the Fool. And a lot of them are like to anchor. So like black tourmaline is a strong base stone to help the Fool stay a bit grounded. Yeah. Not totally go crazy. Labradorite for the Magician, this piece down here. High Priestess. You get the idea. Empress with the emerald. Emperor is going to be ruby, I think. The High Priest with Herkimer diamond. Rose quartz for the Lovers. Onyx for the Chariot. Something orange for Strength. Citrine. Peridot for the Hermit, and his scepter is also a peridot stone at the top of that. Cute, cute. What is that? It's like a geode. So just amethyst for the wheel? I gotta know. Anyway, it's a nice little deck, and it clearly served me very well. Never had a single issue with it. Yeah, an amethyst. It's just broken up like a geode, so I was torn for a bit. Jade for Justice. Oh, that was some kind of topaz for the Night Pence, because this is aquamarine for the Hanged Man. I love this kind. So yeah, whatever I showed you with that like cut gem, I do love this stuff card. It's one of my favorites ever. I might have used this as my favorite and major favorites. Anyway, okay, you get the idea. So on and so forth. It's a really great deck. Is there a card with Alexandrite? There is not, but I might have that in my, I have like the Crystals and Gemstones Tarot, but that one is just a picture of the stone and the number and the title. So I don't know if that's as appealing, and I don't know that one as much, but there might be in there. I can check. It's an AGM deck, I think. Yeah, the combos, I have no complaints about the ones they chose. Charoite for 4 swords. I think this is Ocean Jasper on the 4 pence. Oh, I had it in sections like 4s and 5s because I was doing it like a crystal series way back when. I only did 2 sets. This is what's happening. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, really great, great picks. Great choices. Now I got to post shuffle this one too, courtesy of Regina, because it's just enough to not, like, part of it's mixed and part of it's not. Oh yeah, it's an old friend. Okay. I see people talking about Hanson Roberts. Oh yeah, this one definitely is. I mean, even the box feels worn. Oh, it's so nice. My shop deck. I never knew. I never knew that I could read in a shop. It was like a whole thing. It was a whole thing. Sip, sip. The last time I read in person at a shop was Leap Day, February 29th of 2020, at the new location. So I used to work in Okemos at the shop, and then she opened a second store in Brighton, which is where like I moved to the town over. So anyway, I was doing guest readings at the Brighton shop for the grand opening. Sorry. And then that was it. Then a couple weeks later, lockdown happened. I was supposed to read. I was on the schedule for Okemos for the like 2 Fridays out from that. I can't remember why I was on the first one. I think at that point I was reading 2 Fridays a month. Not really sure. But anyway, then the whole world changed. Okay. Next is the Hush Tarot. This one is probably the one I've used most recently. Jane, you can totally do it. The opportunity will come. This is probably the one I've used most recently. I super love this. This is the only one in my collection over here that I'm like, well, no, I lie. There's one more that I thought, why haven't I used those in so long? And again, to choose like what I'm using for month or weekly, like I didn't even mention daily earlier. Sometimes I have a month deck, a weekly deck, and a daily for each month. Does that make sense? And then I switch. Okay, I'm going to use, X, Y, and Z for this one for my month read, but I'm not even doing daily polls right now. Okay, there's just I'm just not in it that much. There's just not the time. I have been doing mostly, I missed the last one, when Chris does Sip and Sling and brings a spread and we all do like pull cards in the chat. And I can only, like there's a chat at the beginning and then usually I can do like 1 or 2 questions and then it's karate time for Max. So I have to bail. But then I would do it like on the Friday or like Monday. And so I have been doing that. And so I use a different deck for that than I use. But anyway, I'm just so rambly. The point is this one, I'm like, why haven't I been getting it out? Because I do really love it. But again, it just takes time, not to understand it for me anyway, but I just want to sit with it longer. And there's no, like, I can't like leave cards out, right? I could leave them out in my tarot room, but like I never get to go in there. Sip, sip. Robin's here. Hold on, I will pause my sip. I saw you and then I ADD'd away to something in my brain. Hello, thank you for hanging out with us. Sandra says, I had the Hush Tarot, but had to rehome it. And I really love using this with, this is a fun game. Why have I not edged this? Crying out loud. I love to use this with Arthur Rackham. There it is. Tarot and Oracle. It looks like that, like the storybook, sort of like haunted storybook type art. That's what it looks like to me. I don't really know. I'm just making things up. Simon says, another deck I bought back. I still have yet to get rid of anything. I've gifted things. I back things for 2 sometimes. I buy 2 copies of things sometimes, but never have I ever given or sold something away unless I have like another edition, another copy, whatever. But I did recently split up my Akashic Star Child to send out in physical readings to like my client group on Facebook. And like keeping the Aquabox edition intact, but that one is like the cards are bigger. So I like, part of me prefers the Akashic, but I like the artwork in the other one a little. I can't even say I like it more. There was a reason I had to, and I finally am like, okay, I think I'm gonna split this up. Just how it happened. And I gifted my mini 1889, which is like pure gold. And lately I've been wanting it back a little bit. I was like, why did I do that? I think I mentioned this last week. It's been on my mind. But you know what? I was like, no, someone else deserves to have this beauty. And I still have like the regular Lenny size. And then there's a mini. I have a lot of amazing unicorn decks, even unicorn Lennies, like Postmark Tarot, and I have the mini of that. And I'm like, you know what? Those go just fine together. I can use those. And I should really share the 1889 love. And so yeah, anyway, there's that. And I just bought some more decks from the person I gave that to. Anyway, I'm going to show you some pictures. I swear, it just really wanted to be shuffled. Three of Swords. Look how creepy that is. Like a creepy doll baby. And this like mean bird. I love like just everything about it. I also love borders on cards that then the artwork extends beyond the borders. Love that. Here's the sun. This has like wooden tarot vibes. Two of Pence. And I love, it says hush down here, like you would see in a Marseille, 2 pence, like creator's name wrapped around, you know? There you go. Love it. The World, right? So it's kind of like this sort of dark fairy tale vibe. Knight of Swords. And I just love it. It's one of those that wants more time. Four of Swords is cool. This is really creepy with a mask. I kind of forgot about this card. So it looks like they're trying, like their feet are tangled up in something and they're trying to get out. And then they have this mask on as well. Tower. Queen of Swords. Trying to find some good. The Ace of Wands. This is weird. Pamela says, I love the Hush Tarot, but I find it difficult to use. Yeah, it is. And that's a common, I don't mean it is. It is, a lot of people will say that. And I've heard, ooh, look at the snake. Hold on. Pretty. The Star card. So this is like a skull with like armor left over on it. It says a hunting we will go, right? It's just kind of like this darkish thing. Oh, more snakes for the 5. Oh, Julie reassigned some of the images. I am so impressed by these people that like reassign their cards. Right? Like some people have done that with Marielle. I just think it's such a cool exercise. Love me some danger noodles. What is happening? Gotta go back Tower card is cool. If you put eyes on it, it would look like a huge mimic. Nerdy D&D reference. What is this? Is this what this is? More D&D? Oh, Danger Noodle, snake. Okay. I'm like, what is happening? But yeah, I've forgotten about some of these images for real. A lot of birds, like large, right? So here's Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, the Cardinal, that's cool. It's just, I just really love it. 10 of Pence, here's a peaceful little moment, right? So yeah, anyway, it's nice and sort of nostalgic, and I like to be able to sit with it longer. Oh, here we go. Danger Noodles are nope ropes. Pamela, I'm loving the running feet sounds from upstairs. Oh, I'm glad. They are having a great time. So there's Hush Tarot. Again, mostly mine are coming down to time. Like this is a slower paced deck, right? Like I said Tarot Serene when I showed that, and that's not right. I was just going to say it again. That's not it. Tarot Serene is by Marshmallow Marseille people. And this is called Siren's Melody. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. First deck I showed, regular and mini, is called Siren's Melody. And I think I said Tarot Serene. Is that what I said? Oh, my top arrow is still gone. I'm so annoyed by this situation. Jane says, my sons are D&D geeks and my son's wife. That's fun. The glass flowers are out of stock for daffodils, Sandra. That's no good. Something Simon wants is not available. You mean you don't want to hold my snake, Alex? You too. What did he call you today? Prime cut of meat? Chris is a prime cut. And we have the... Why can't I think of a word? What's that called? When you abbreviate. Tabletop role-playing game. What's that called? I'm the worst. Okay. Sip, sip. I need so much more coffee. Okay. Siren's Melody, Crystal Tarot by Philip Hermott, Hush Tarot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. The next one, Arana Iris Sakura by Labyrinthos. Acronym. Thank you. There was an A floating around in my head, but that was it. That's all I had. Oh, I was going to say anagram, but that's not right. That's like when it's mixed up. Right? Okay. This deck, okay, first off, the box doesn't totally, like the box top doesn't open, but it's beautiful. Like, look, I don't know why my cards are facing up. I don't usually do that. But the inside of this box is so nice and gorgeous. Oh, except for it's ripped right here, but I probably did that. But it's like glittery. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I wish this like opened. Anyway, looks like a book. Put it on the shelf. It's real cute. Okay. Oh, crazy. Chris says he was looking at images of this deck earlier this afternoon. Crazy. Alex said, I had that deck, had to rehome it. The artwork's dope, but I just couldn't connect to it. So yeah, it's beautifully presented, has these marbly backs. Sides are gilded. It's like, it's smaller and narrower than usual. Well, Hush Tarot is not standard anyway. Anyway, Tony's here. Hi. Time change here. So I know I'm probably like right in people's dinner time for some of you. So here's the star. This deck I think I pass over because I honestly think because the color palette and things like that are not usually what I go for. When I see it on the shelf, I'm like, oh, that's too difficult for me right now. It's totally a mental thing. And it's not, it's, there's nothing like extra about it that's going to make it difficult for me. Like, you know, we have associations and planets and stuff. Like, here's a good example. But that doesn't, I don't have a problem with that. I really think that it's like so beautiful that I just don't use it. I think that's part of it. Or there's this mental block, like, oh, there's some extra stuff with it and I can't do it. It's really weird. So this is great that we're doing this, because why do I keep passing this by? Like, the card size is perfect for me. It is different. The art and the colors and stuff are different than what I'm usually going for. So Simon, this is by Tina Gong at Labyrinthos, and it's called Arana Iris Sakura. It's so beautiful. Pregnant Empress. I'm all about it, just for the record. Don't mind me. I just get triggered sometimes at people's being triggered about pregnant empresses. I'm counter triggering. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a bitch. I'm really not. So we have truce for the Four of Swords. Yeah, Simon, you're welcome. So we have these kind of lighter ones. And then we have some darker colors. It's really nice. Universe, huge old snake. She's one with the snake. That's all I'm going to say. Ace of Wands. Alex says, I think I still have the Lenormand version of this deck too. I had it. I have the Lenormand and I love it. And I've used that more than I've used this. But again, I think this is just totally a mental block, and I'm going to be using it more. The Fool is really interesting. This, like, I don't know, the concept of this sort of reminds me of a Marielle type vibe. Does that make sense? This Fool card. Isn't Deanne just the sweetest person? Oh, I try to be. I try. Chris laughing about the world girl being one with the snake. The Priestess, we have like a light and dark crystal down here by the book. Yeah. It's all there, but it's, you know. Chris says, yeah, that Fool is very Marielle Thothy. Yeah, just like the things it brings to mind. It like puts me in that little mode. Prudence for the 8 of discs. Really pretty. Oh, counter trigger. Yeah. I'm bringing it to life, the counter trigger. It's fine. I try to be everything to everyone, which is sometimes problematic. Oh, you guys. Oh, this is a great little overhand shuffler. Like, I'm not going to riffle it because, am I? Hold on. Probably not. Yeah, no, I'm not going to riffle it. But I don't need to. It's beautiful for an overhand because it's just right there. Yeah. Out of interest, does any of our learned friends know why Mother's Day changes dates every year, but Father's Day stays 16th June? Oh, ours is not. Ours changes. Okay. Oh, Alex just checked. He does still have the Lenormand. Okay. So anyway, here's another a dark card, so you can get the full range of the color palette. It's really cool. It's a cool deck. All right. Anyway, moving on. This one's a mental block in my head for no reason. And it is really gorgeous. So I'm like, ooh, I better leave it. I think that's the combination of things. Yeah, ours is always Sunday as well. Mother's Day of 2020 is when I started my channel. It was my gift. Tarot time was my gift. Thank you, Ryan. Okay. Back when I had like an intro and everything, Ryan composed and played my intro, by the way. If you want to see like my full production videos. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Back when I didn't just go live because I'm lazy. I don't have time for pre-recorded, y'all. Not with an intro, anyway. The next one is Lost Forest, which I love a lot. Produced, yeah, Jane. Oh, I'm silly. Clearly on point in my house. Mother's Day today was, I do not. Some fancy language for something was a pain in the ass. Mother's Day was a pain. Is that today there? I know it's way different than ours. Ours is in May. Oh, the copy of the Lenormand version I have has the misprint on the side. I think mine is too. Mm-hmm. Traditional Christian celebration and is determined by the lunar calendar, whereas Father's Day was a more recent addition. What? I'm kicking myself because I let temptation get the better of me, and I just ordered a green and gold foil RWS tarot off Etsy. I know I don't need another RWS and rarely use all my foil ones, but I had the itch. Oh, Robin. I know how it feels. My problem is I get a real big itch all at once, and I'm like 7 ought to do me. That's fine. And I'm good for a few months. Let's see what fell. Queen of Skies. Hello, Fatima. Thank you for joining us. Simon says, yes, today is Mother's Day. Well, happy Mother's Day to all of you in the UK. Here's Donna trying to be a problem solver. Isn't she great? How green is it, Robin? Could you use it for St. Patrick's Day readings? Donna will make you feel better. Okay, our Mother's Day is May 24th this year. Yeah, ours changes. Like whatever, is it the third Sunday or something? Anyway. Chris says, I got the Radiant Wilds Tarot the other day, but I don't think I like it. Oh, look at us with our card problems. Talk it out, everyone. Talk it out. Okay, so the Lost Forest. I love this deck. Haven't used it. This is probably in the same category as like Hush Tarot for me, and that's why I said there's another one over there that's like that. This is probably the second most recent one I've used out of this little group today. Part of the reason I pass this over is because if I'm pulling stuff for client readings, this one doesn't, or I think it doesn't. I haven't actually tried to photograph it because I usually send pictures like in Facebook Messenger, and then I send them a Word document, or I just type up the reading in the chat, depending on who it is. Some of them I email. But in my head, I'm like, oh, it's not going to photograph as well. But why don't I use it for my own? Like, this could be my April deck or something. Anyway, it's really beautiful. Lost Forest. It's by Chelsea Santa Maria. I also have the majors only version of this because when I found out about this deck, the big one was out of stock. I was waiting for the second edition. And but she did have majors only, and I got that because I just had to have it. The Moon. Such a beautiful deck. It is like a panoramic, like they connect. Three of Earth. I'm going to show you so you can see the other color scheme for the other elements. Queen of Oceans. Oh, see, I didn't even know how many. I was watching it yesterday, but I'm like, I don't know how many he did. I'm just going to grab some. Does it need to be just 5 decks? See, Sandra was going to hold me to the rules. Just your most overlooked. Simon wants to see. Here's Justice. I do love this Justice card because of the movement. Get him, girl. She's like, the heads are going to roll, Justice. This is what I need in my life. Love it. Oh, Debbie says May 12th, Mother's Day. June 16th, Father's Day. Sandra says, I wouldn't hold you to the rules. I know, I'm just kidding. I have 6 just because that's what, I just kind of scanned the shelves and I'm like, here's a beautiful snowy sun card. Don't you want it? Tower, super wicked. 9 of Fire, plot twist. It's a dinosaur. Look at 9 of Earth. Aww. Yeah, see, I haven't had this out in way too long. When I'm looking at my shelves, I'm like, oh, yep, it's gorgeous. That one's beautiful. This one's gorgeous. I'll take this. Like, I give them little compliments. I just don't always get them out. Clearly, the World card has like a snapshot of each of the colorways for the suits. 4 of Fire, just the fire is beautiful, right? Colors are beautiful. Again, atmospheric, like a little bit like Siren's Melody. Not the same vibe, of course, but like the color, like the richness of everything. I don't know. King of Earth. Okay, Page of Earth is like one of my favorite things. Look. Cuteness with his little glow belly. Page of Earth. Hold on. I might do one next weekend. I filmed a video today, which is coming out later this evening. Think you might find some of it interesting, even though there's some thought action. Simon, it's okay. It's just a little thought action. Oh, I read appalling at first. It's appealing, but not sure I'd reach for it. One of my favorite death cards, this just stopped my little breath in my chest. Death card. Okay. I once told someone years ago, before this deck existed, that I was struggling and that I was trying to reconnect with myself, that I could see through the trees. I explained to them, I said, it's like I can see myself and I just need to get back to that. And I'm just making my way through the forest right now. And then I got this deck and I flipped through and I saw this and a chill went down my spine. Like, this is what I was feeling at that time. This was years ago. Like 2014 time, about 2014. Anyway, it's beautiful, isn't it? Okay. It is. 10 of Fire, also Dino. 3 of Oceans, cute little fishies. Look at the color and the light. It's just amazing. Knight of Fire is our salamander. Robin says, honey, wisdom had nothing to do with it. What's happening? Oh, I was tempted by that one. I gotcha. Knight of Oceans. He's awesome. With the Aurora in the back. 5 of Earth, like this sort of what I would say is like devil-looking creature out in the woods. And like, is the like pentagram supposed to be like carved into the tree? Is that the idea? I don't know. It's really cool. Really cool. Anyway, Emperor. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. One more sip before I show my last deck. So good. Oh, the coffee's so good. All right. Oh, Donna's got to run. No problem at all. I'm almost finished up here. Last one is, just so you know, Layla and Olive's Ophidia Rosa Tarot. Okay. All right. So this one gets overlooked because of the time issue. This is one I would like to just like sit with and have this super beautiful experience and like really soak it in. So again, most of these, except for maybe like Crystal, because I used it so much in the shop, I'm just kind of like, could I do reading number 2000 with this? I don't know. Anyway, this deck, I have the Oracle as well. I've had this a long time. This is one of the first ones I got once I knew about Tarot Tube and like all these other decks existing in the world, right? It's all flowers. And again, if I used this like just at the drop of a hat, I would just read the titles and do my reading that way, because it has a flower associated to each card. It is the card, right? So we have the Devil, and it's just that, okay? So then you got to look in here. What the hell flower is that? I don't know. Could I learn them all? Would that be so impressive if I just memorized the Ophidia Rosa? Okay. Where? Okay. So for death, it says, doesn't even tell me. Doesn't tell me the flower, so I can't learn that. Don't get excited. I can't do it. Death. Shuffle off coils that ground grand intentions. We're winged and weeded, a pure mother of invention. It's very poetic, okay? What does that mean? I would need a while to let that little phrase, that little sentence sink in. I would need to write it down. I mean, I get part of it, right? Shuffle off coils that ground grand intentions. So break the chains that keep you from the bigger things you want to do, right? I get it. But it's like, it's flowery language. And I would need to sit there and read it and not have like Vela running, and then run back into me and smash into my leg, and running, and run back and smash into my leg. And Max asking me, "Hey, Mom, doesn't this part? Wait, listen, can you hear it? Can you hear this part in Breath of the Wild? Does it sound a little bit like Super Mario 3D World where you're walking up to Bowser's castle? I think it sounds kind of the same. Are you still making those eggs? I love ham in those eggs like you did last week, though I do prefer smoky links. Can you put both of those in there?" Vela run, smash. Like I can't contemplate whatever, we're winged and weeded a pure mother of invention. I'm a mother of two children who want eggs and ham and smoky links and to run and smash and also to talk about Bowser's Castle approach music. So it's not, I don't have the mental capacity at this moment to do that. Okay. Here's the sun. I'll show you another one. They're beautiful. They feel good. The bags are super gorgeous. It would be a nice little experience, I'll be like, oh, look at that beautiful flower. 8 pence. He has not seen it. Okay, so my best friend Julie and her boyfriend Joe were supposed to take him when it came out, and they had like one weekend carved out where she wasn't on call and Joe wasn't working, and then Julie was sick, and so they didn't go, and then it just never happened, and it just has, we can stream it now. We need to do it. Maybe we'll do that next weekend. Strength card has a snake. But again, this is just going to be like a peaceful, sit and look at beautiful flowers kind of experience, which some people aren't even going to want with their, tarot. I just want to show you this one. The Queen of Cups has a hand on it, right? So we have a few different things coming in here. Judgment has a bell. So I guess it's not only flowers. See, I didn't even remember that. The World is a spider web. Beautiful. Okay. So you get the idea. But you also probably understand why it gets overlooked a little bit. And someday I'll have time for you, precious. Robin says, I don't think I can do this tag. My overlooked decks are so overlooked. I can't seem to find them. Max is very cute, and you must be very proud. I really am. Speaking of Mario, he told me the other day, so we're in that season here where he'll wear a sweatshirt under his coat and then just be wearing the sweatshirt when he comes home from school carrying his coat, right? So anyway, I said, your Mario sweatshirt is clean. Is that the one you want for today? And he's like, no, I don't really care for that one so much right now. I'm sorry. And I was like, oh, no, sorry. It's fine. And I didn't have time to ask him more about it because we're getting ready for school. So then a couple days go by and I said, hey, can you just tell me what about that sweatshirt you don't like so that I don't buy another one like it? Is there something in the neckline? Is there cording or something in there that you don't like? Or is it too thin or too thick? And he said, no. And I said, or do you just not want to wear it at school anymore? Because I thought people were making fun of him or something. That was my guess. But I'm like, who doesn't like Mario? But anyway, I said, or do you just not want to wear it to school? And he said, I just don't want to wear it to school. And I said, that's okay. Is there a reason? And he said, he's like, well, I'm not going to say your name, but a good friend of his at school, he said, she gets really distracted when I wear Mario stuff, and then she gets in trouble. And so I don't want to be a distraction to her. Is that not amazing? This little girl is really, her attention just goes and goes and goes. I mean, I don't want to say ADHD because I have no idea. I don't want to say that, right? But I've been around her a couple times and she's really oh, there's a frog. I have a frog. Blah, 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 like this whole thing. And so I just thought that was so nice. And he's got like Mario t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, all this stuff. And I couldn't figure out why. I'm like, why is he not wearing those at school anymore? So cute to help his friend not be distracted. It's like, no, she gets really distracted when I wear Mario. And so I don't want to get her in trouble. My baby. Anyway. Okay. I'm going to go back a little bit, gushing about my child. He's the sweetest. Alex says that Mario film was great. I'm a Mario nerd, so I took myself on a movie date to go watch it in theaters. Okay. Is watching a movie by yourself in the theaters like not the best thing ever? I love doing that. It's been years, but man, that's one of my favorite things to do. Like I will buy nachos with the like fake liquid cheese and a box of Raisinets and just a huge cherry Coke. Oh my God, movies are the best by yourself. Yes, he does need to see it. I think maybe I kind of keep forgetting about it. Miss Moonlight, hello. Thanks for hanging out with us. She says, I'm doing a big cull right now. My goal is to get to 50 tarot. Is this one of the songs? Peaches, peaches, peaches. Kristen's here. Hello. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm about to wrap up, but it's so lovely to see you. Oh, a Jack Black music video to the Peaches song. Okay, I gotta check this out. B, hello. Thanks for hanging out with us. Miss Moonlight says, I decided this after I bought 2 of the Tarot of the Holy Spectrum Color Me edition. Oh my gosh. Well, I don't have the Color Me edition. I have like the second edition of like the regular one, I think. Yeah, stop. So lovely. Max is the cutest. So nice. He's such a nice friend. Yes, he really is. He really is. Okay. Oh, we haven't seen Max since he was little. Isn't he due to appear in a guest vignette on your channel? I should have him on soon. You won't believe it. I mean, some of you see pictures of him on Facebook and stuff, but it would be interesting because he had like baby voice and stuff the last time he was on. I like, don't get me wrong, I go back to those videos where I know that he's in the one where I show the Prism Tarot, which I almost pulled for this tag, but I was like, no, I used it a couple months ago, so I left it. But anyway, his little baby voice, it's so cute. Yes, Max is so super sweet. Yes, the fake nacho cheese, so good. Solo movies at the theater are great. Nachos, red vines, and a large soda. The theater near me has reclining seats in the whole nine. Great yard. I used to live in a condo right by like fancy movie theater that had like a menu and drinks and everything. That was amazing. Oh, a Philly cheese pizza and lava cakes every Tuesday night. What? For the new Lost episodes, Color Me editions on sale for $3 right now. Oh my gosh, look at you. Okay, so you want to know how nerdy me and again my best friend Julia are? We used to make theme dinners for Lost based on whichever character was featured in that episode. So the Lost timeline is going along, and then you get someone's backstory, right? So like for Hurley's backstory, we had like fried chicken and mashed potatoes and all the stuff because he worked at Mr. Cluck's. And then we would do, different one, like, so on and so forth. So, so great. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Jin and Sun is the lovers. We started talking about this last week too, because I don't know why, but yeah, it was so great. We definitely did theme dinners. Popcorn and apple cider at the theater. peanut M&Ms with the popcorn. Oh my gosh, see, I can't even really have popcorn. I mean, I can, but it messes like with my back teeth. And then if it gets stuck, then my nerve problem starts kicking off, which is not fun. So I just usually don't have it. Sucks. But don't worry, there's enough other food. They also have Sweet Dream cream cheese pretzels that are like sweet instead of salty on the outside. They're like dusted with little, I don't know, sweetness. And then there's cream cheese in the middle. Okay. Anyway. Oh my gosh. The Constant. What a great episode that was. Okay. So I think we will wrap this up now. I love chatting with you all about movie foods and everything. Man, I think I'll have I don't know if we'll have like a sleepover where the kids can go this year for our anniversary and like sleepover date night, you know what I mean? Where the kids go for overnight. But man, we have not like we had a day date in like September. My youngest brother watched kids, but it would be nice to have like full night so we can like go to the movies, eat dinner, come back. That would be so great. This movie theater talk is making me think about, that kind of a break. Cause I know I was talking about going by myself, but it would be lovely to have my husband there with me as well. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out with me. I think, yes, sleepover. Oh man, a tarot friend sleepover would be just great. Oh, speaking of which, not a sleepover, but Sarah of SL's Rockin' Writin'. Is it tarot and anything or no? But you all know Sarah. I'm going to meet her not next weekend, so not like St. Patrick's Day weekend. That's mine and Ryan's and Chris and Sandy's, by the way, like dating anniversary. So anyway, next weekend is not it, but the 23rd, Sarah and I are going to meet. We're almost 2 hours away. I think we're an hour and a half away. And I found a spot that's like an hour for each of us. So if we go straight, we kind of end up in Flint, which is maybe not the best place in Michigan. So we're going out a little bit and we're going to meet. This will be the first time I'm meeting a tarot tube person in real life. I found a little coffee shop that we can go to that also has food because I'm a big girl and I need food. And yeah, isn't that amazing? Rochelle is like really close to me. She's like 40 minutes away. I should probably set that up also at some point. But anyway, I'm going to meet Sarah on the 23rd. So anyway, thank you for hanging out for this super rambly tag called #MostOverlookedX. I hope you play along as well. And of course, watch Simon's original that he did yesterday. And yeah, I think I'll be back next Sunday because we don't have like big family plans. So yeah, it'll be fun. Yay. Yes. It'll be so great. I'm kicking off meeting tarot friends. It's going to be the first of many. Okay. All right, kids, I'll see you later. Have an awesome afternoon and a great night. And I will see you next Sunday, probably. Love you lots.